Based on what you've seen, how can organizations drive more revenue through their contact center?
I mean, this used to be, and this has been a theme for years, but in the last 18 months, this became an absolute necessity, right? If you think about the shift to e-commerce, the fact that for the better part of 2020, many retail stores weren't even accessible to consumers. So they had to take their shopping and they had to take their commerce business online. And what we found was that in many ways, the only person-to-person interaction that a consumer had with a brand last year was via customer service. There was no store associate to talk to. There was no manager to talk to. There was no storefront to walk into. And so the experience that a consumer had with the brand was entirely dependent upon the quality of the website or the e-commerce experience, coupled with the service experience that they had with the team. So if someone wanted to know, hey, how does this dress fit? Or what's the fabric like? In many ways, consumers didn't have an alternative other than to call customer service and customer support to do that. So remarkably, what many of our customers who were using Gladly did last year was they recruited store associates and sales associates that were on the floor, and they brought them into the contact center, worked from home remotely, just like everybody else was doing. And they created virtual shopping assistants or stylists. And those resources became an extension of the customer service team, which then became an extension of the customer service team's ability to drive sales and revenue. Because what they were doing is they were putting specialized, very effective sales personnel into a digital shopping service experience. And the results, what they saw was that this is working, right? We are actually able to convert and to sell and to drive revenue through the contact center more than they had ever done in the past. Customer service teams have retained some of that sales associate capacity, or what they've done is they've made a concerted effort to train their customer service teams to be effective at selling, more so than just simply being effective at solving problems. Now, customer service has to do both, but there's a different skill set. There's a different, experience level in some ways for someone to be feeling really confident about solving a problem like a return or a damaged merchandise request or issue versus trying to sell somebody a $5,000 couch online, right? Some customer service agents didn't get into customer service because they like to sell, whereas others do. And the way you feel comfortable selling in a customer service role is by giving that customer service agent the context of who is this person, what have they bought in the past, what is their propensity to buy certain product lines or product offerings that they have, and what has been the prior experience that other agents have had with that customer. If you provide that context to somebody versus it's an anonymous caller where you have no context as to does this person like to buy or not buy from the brand, completely changes the relationship, and it completely changes the tone in the dynamic of the conversation that you can have. And that, I think, just speaks volumes to how well organizations that fully embrace that contact center as a revenue driver can be. And Crate and Barrel's driving $8 to $10 million of sales per year alone on chat inside of their contact center, just because they're making it easy and it's familiar and it's something that the team is really excited and jazzed about doing.